Welcome to my channel and my first personal video. My name is Sam, and in this video I want to welcome you and tell you what I anticipate showing you on this video or in these videos and why. So it's actually twofold. I am a woman of mid-years. I've been through the menopause. I've experienced a lot of changes in my life over the years, and my aim is really to go into my old age, which I'm grateful for, healthily. I want to do so much more in my life. I'm a slow burner and there's many things I'd like yet to do, and you need to be healthy to do these things and to have the opportunity to keep enjoying life. So my health journey is very important, so I have the longevity with good health. That's the aim. Now, this sort of doing videos is really to share my journey, things I'm trying, things that work for me, things that don't work for me. Now, I am a nutritional therapist, so there's many things I've already done over the years to improve my health, but there's still much more for me to do in the way of nutrition and lifestyle practices. So I want to also share what I've already done, what I found works for me, what I found has worked for many of my clients. And the second part of this is the experience I've had working with women over the years. I've worked with women from anything from fertility issues through gallbladder removals, digestive issues, weight issues, even sort of mental health issues as well, to an extent. That crops up a lot actually with other health issues. But a lot of the women I've worked with have been in the mid-years. They've been perimenopausal and menopausal. And I've learnt quite a lot from working with them. And I've found that many of them really do know what sort of things they should be doing in the way of what they should be eating, what they should be avoiding. But they find it to be too much of a challenge to make those changes. They are predominantly busy women, and they often have children who are going through exams. They might be leaving home. These women also, I found many of them hold down really responsible jobs, so they are extremely busy in their own right in their work and in demand, and they can't always just leave their work at work. That often comes home with them. They run the home, they look after their husbands, they often have pets as well, and then they've also got elderly parents and sometimes in-laws they're looking after as well. So I've found that many of these women are really pulled pillar to post, and the one thing they don't tend to do is put themselves first. They tend to just think they'll sort themselves out when they've got time, and of course time is the most important treasure, if you like. That's the thing they're so short of, and therefore making changes, the only way they can do it is if they're quick and easy. Don't take too much planning. And that's where I found my greatest challenge as a practitioner was finding ways to help them to do what they and I both knew they ought to be trying to see if that was going to be beneficial. As I say, not everything works the same way for everybody. We're all different. So what works for one doesn't necessarily work for another. So in these videos, I want to try and share some of the things perhaps I've done already with clients, but things that I know help me, that are quick and easy. They might not be perfect, but they're a step in the right direction. And I want to share that with more women and men actually. This does, a lot of it does relate to men as well. But I want to be able to share those things to help as many people as I can, because these ladies I've worked with are not unique in their experiences of being overwhelmed with so much responsibility. I think they represent many Western women going through the mid-years particularly, and of course on top of that, the one thing I didn't mention, they've then got the challenges of perimenopause and menopause, and those changes that your body goes through. When you think you're losing your mind, you can't digest, you can't sleep, you get irritable, you rant at your family. Oh, the women who felt distraught about shouting at their family. that's quite heartbreaking because they can't seem to control it, and it is all this change going on. But that can be resolved, which I'm pleased to say. All these things can be addressed. We can make improvements, and I think we shouldn't look for perfection. We should look for a step-by-step movement forward to where we want to be, because I found with clients, one small change can sometimes have a major impact. It can be the difference from one client in 1 week making changes. Bless her, she did a lot, from being on the sofa for a year to going out rowing by the end of that first week. That had me in tears. The changes can be quite simple. Yeah, so that's why I'm here. That's what I want to do. I want to share my journey because I'm one of you guys. I'm a woman I've been through the menopause. My journey was pretty good actually. The rest of my hormone history has been absolutely appalling, but the menopause was okay. And I think that's because I'd trained as a nutritional therapist by that point and had made changes that really supported my hormone balance. Yeah, I've still got my own problems. So yeah, I want to share what I learn, what the science says as well when it's relevant. I don't want to overload people with science because there are plenty of really incredible people out there who explain the science and understand it so much better than I do. But I think when it's applicable, I'll share that, because sometimes we do need a bit of proof to say, that's worth me having a go at that. Or it sounds so out there, so unbelievable, that you might not believe it. And I've had people say that to me before in a presentation. Didn't believe what I was saying, and fortunately it's now out there in the public domain, more so now than when I first presented this particular piece of info. So I hope you'll join me. What I've shared so far in this video will be a little bit about my life. I love creating things, I love making things, and you'll see me taking apart the Christmas wreath I had hanging on my door, which I made. And I want to reuse the dried flowers. They were a bunch of flowers I was given for my birthday. They dried beautifully and I used them in the Christmas wreath. So I bought nothing for that wreath, apart from the ribbon, which actually didn't go anyway. But yeah, I guess just going to share a bit about my life so you get a feeling about who I am. So I hope you'll join me on this journey. And I aim to post a video once a week, so I hope to see you soon. Take care. Thank you.